The first change to look at is to Kefla's medium auto combo and how Super Cannonball behaves in it. Previously, that was the stun time that you got pretty low. And there wasn't a wall bounce of any kind in the corner either. So let's check out the increased stun time on Kefla's medium auto combo. It's substantially more, as you can tell. Allowing you to pick up even a 5M in the corner just like that. This will open up some potential new combo theory for Kefla, but I haven't really seen anybody championing this as like the buff she needed or anything like that. Still, it's a nice change, giving more utility some medium auto combos where previously some characters didn't have any. Prior to patch 1.40, if you did an active tag while Kefla's Gigantic Breaker was out, then the move would pretty much auto-complete. This is generally pretty nice because, as you can tell here, this basically set up auto-timed confirms, including Dragon Rush after it. In patch 1.40, they made it so that Kefla's Gigantic Breaker would remain active while you did a tag into another character. This messed up with a lot of automatic follow-up timings and was pretty much universally hated by most of the Kefla players that I was able to talk to. In patch 1.42, the version that we're actually playing on, you now actually have control over when Kefla ends the Gigantic Breaker. You just simply have to hold down the S button. When you release it, she fires. This kind of gives you the best of both worlds. If you want to do some of the new extensions you had to learn, well, you have the option to. And if you want to just do the old extension, well, then you don't hold down the button. This was a pretty malign change in patch 1.40, but now with its new performance in patch 1.42, honestly, this is a really good change for Kefla, just giving players a little more expression and variety in terms of what you can do with the character and opening up new synergies for her. I really like the fact that Bandai came back to this change, which again, a lot of people weren't happy with, and made it into something that's genuinely good, giving you two different versions of the move effectively. Previously, Gigantic Burst, Kefla's level 3, would take 15 frames to hit the opponent in hit stun. This generally worked in most contexts where she was going for combos. Raw, the startup was longer, taking 24 to 25 frames. Now let's see how fast level 3 is. Seems to be about 3 frames faster, going down from 15 frames to 12 frames. I'm not sure what context this actually matters in for Kefla, but maybe this allows you to DHC into her a little later than you used to be able to. So I think it's a very small change and more or less a quality of life buff than anything. For Kefla's C assist, there's one buff to the block stun. Previously, at the blast portion of it, there was 30 frames of advantage for you to work with. And now let's see the new block stun on her C assist. 10 more frames, so there's definitely a lot more lockdown going on with this assist, and it does make it a more attractive option, especially compared to her A assist, which I see a lot of players use already. Overall, it's a very small patch for Kefla. She's pretty much the same character as she was before, except she has some new utility, especially around her Gigantic Breaker thanks to patch 1.42, which dropped less than a day as of the recording of this video. If you liked her before and if you enjoyed her before, well, she's still very much the same character with really not a whole lot of new toys to play with, but definitely some additional utility for her team in some places.